Hi guys, this is not the type of video I normally make. Well, it is and it isn't. But this video's about me. And what I'm guessing at is, it's about me reminiscing about 25 or 30 years ago. We're here at Branston Water Park. This is just one of the lakes here. There's many. They do sailing and all sorts here. I'm not going to walk around the whole complex because that is not what this video is about. Let me explain a little more. 25 to 30 years ago, I used to do a lot of boating on a friend's boat called Norman. No, the boat's not called Norman. Norman is the person that owned the boat. The boat was called Maybe. That's M-A-Y-B-E-E. Well, there was obviously Norman, myself, Bill, Dave, and occasionally Lawrence and Kevin and the odd one or two others, which I must admit my memory fails to serve me at the moment, but that was in the very early days. That was 40 years ago. Well, what this video is all about is this was one of the favourite places we used to come to. Not so much the water park, but where I'm going to take you right now, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it when we get there. I came around here to the water park to be out of the wind a bit. So I'm moored up here by the water park, about 100 yards or so from the bridge in, and that's where I want to take you. Well, this is all new since the last time I was here. The marquee in the garden is also new to me. And this is where we've come to. This is the bridge in at Branston. This bridge was always here. I see there's a brand new bridge, a lot bigger bridge the other side. And this bridge used to be almost a bridge to nowhere. Very little traffic on it. Now it's a major road by the looks. Well, this place serves the best pints of pedigree I've ever had. Well, I say it serves, I should say it used to serve. Came straight out of the keg in the cellar. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see what we have today. Well, no pedigree, just Breakspear. Well, that's disappointing to start off with. Well, this is the point in most of my pub visit videos. I'll be telling you how great the beer is. Company's really good, really nice. Happy to be in there, just like this pub used to be. Unfortunately today, it's basically an Italian restaurant that serves the odd pint of beer. Very disappointing. This used to be a proper pub. Had armchairs and a couch by the open fire. It was fantastic. Today, not so much. This is what it looks like today. As you can tell, it looks more like a restaurant than a pub. And that is all the footage I'm going to give it. I'm assuming the food's good, but it looks quite expensive to me. Basically Italian food, you know, if you order a pizza, it's a slice of bread with some tomato sauce on it, and pasta's one of the cheapest ingredients ever. And yeah, I don't do Italian eating out. I may cook it on the boat, I won't buy it eating out. Overpriced what it is, I believe. Anyway, I will leave it there on that because that's my opinion. I would like to go on to say though is I want to tell you what it was like in the old days. Bill, Norman and myself used to stop here quite regular if we was ever coming up the Trent Mersey. For some reason we seem to always go up and never come back down, but neither here nor there. I think we did come back down once actually, but we'd always stop here. It was our favourite pub on the network. And I'll tell you a little story here. Years ago, I was unable to make the trip with Bill and Norman, and they didn't tell me where they were going. I had no idea they're going to be on the Trans-Mersey Canal. I get a phone call at work. This is the days before mobile phones. Mid-afternoon, I think it was a Friday, and it's Bill. And Bill says to me, in all the pubs in all the world, bet you can't guess which pub I'm in. And I just went, the Bridging at Branston, you. And yes, they were in the Bridging at Branston. That's how much we used to like this pub. I'll tell you another little story about this pub. This pub used to be run by a gentleman called Elf, and he considered if he was moored on the towpath, he was a resident. So that way he could keep the pub open as long as he liked, because you're residents. He used to tell people in the car park it was time to leave at normal closing time and just stay on for afters. Well, one night he had a trip boat, by the way, and he was taking his trip boat out in the morning, and it didn't realise what time it was. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and he says, I've got to go to bed, lads. I've got to get up in the morning to take the boat out. I says, okay, we'll leave, Alf. Alf says, no, you don't have to leave, lads. You know where the beer is in the cellar? You know where the register is behind here? So just leave the money on the side and I'll put it in the morning. Last person out, here's the keys. He locked the door and put them back through the letterbox. And off to bed he went. Anyway, we had another beer or two, as you do. And of course, I think the round, I think at the time, it's gone back a few years now, I think it was under £1 a pint. And I think the round came to about £2.70 or something like that. I think it's about 90p a pint. And we'd always just put £3 on till for him to ring up the next day. Right, after about another hour, he comes back down and says, my missus sent me back down. She said I'm being unsociable and I'd ought to come down and join you. That's the sort of place it used to be. Anyway, he had another half with us or something and went back upstairs again. So we did leave and put the keys back through the letterbox shortly thereafter. I think that's a great little story. I don't think that would ever happen today, but this was 35 years ago probably. Great day and great times. So that's what this video was all about, me reminiscing about, well, some of them were the good old days, and you can't take that away. Compared with what's going on in the world today, they were definitely the good old days. I'm not going to recommend this place unless you want a restaurant. If you're a drinker of ale like me, the only ale they had on was Breakspears, and I'm not a big fan of Breakspear anyway. It's okay, but it's certainly not pedigree. I love pedigree, and I was looking forward to having a pint of pedigree again in the Bridging at Branston. So for me, it was the one beer and leg it back to the boat. Well, that's all I've got for this video. It's only a little short one, and as I say, it was supposed to be me reminiscing about this great pub, and it ended up by being a bit of a failure. But we learn as we go, don't we? And I will not be going back there again because it's not my type of pub anymore. I like a good oldie-woldy pub. Well, as I say, that brings me to the end of this video. Of course, I want to thank all my Patreon and PayPal supporters, everybody for watching, and everybody for subscribing. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. And don't forget to hit that old bell notification button. That way, YouTube will inform you every time I upload a new video. Well, that just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.